All right, just got done with my first hostel. It was pretty good. Lots of new experiences. Very interesting people, as you might guess, for people that are hiking 2,000 miles and they're doing it late in the season. But overall, it was just a great experience to get to interact with other hikers, because so far it's been a solo experience, which is totally good. Got some deer. Always deer. Definitely an interesting staffing. I think they're cool. I think they're like New Yorkers, so that has a certain way about them that was a little abnormal, but great night to not be outside in the cold. And I got to do some laundry, get quality food, quality rehydration. Oh, so I'm definitely a little broken after yesterday, so I'm just gonna take it easy, probably do half the mileage I did yesterday, and just kind of try to slowly make my way down there, because I do not want to break myself a weekend. If I'm broken like 2.5 weeks in, we're good. I can persevere for a couple days. But right now, I just want to take it easy.
Spoiler alert, that did not happen.
Also a little interesting, maybe it's too personal, but I haven't pooped. Haven't really done the normal bodily functions that I'm used to. So it's interesting to kind of figure out what my body does in times of like extreme endurance stuff, because I've done like marathons and stuff, but that's only like 3 hours. This is something totally different. Crazy, that's the view like 2 seconds after you walk out. But I talked to this one guy, he's doing the full Appalachian Trail, but in a very unique way. So he just finished going from the midway point north, now he's doing the south. I think that's probably the best way to actually do the full hike without having to really worry about the fall, because I think if you were to do that even a couple weeks later, you would just be freezing. So now he's got the cold part done, just heading south like me, and sure, it'll be a little cold at night, but shouldn't really be an issue. Also, I've not done any disc golf with other people yet. So right now I just have people signing a disc, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm kind of doing a thing where I have everybody sign. Because it is a weird thing to have a bunch of very tired hikers try to do my like obscure disc golf challenge. So right now I'm just like, hey, sign my disc. And I think it'll look pretty cool once I get all the signatures, but yeah, my aspirations to have people actually like do challenges and see if they can get closer to me, a little poorly thought out. With that said, I still have a couple of signatures, so I think it'll look pretty cool once it's all done. And I'll definitely be doing some more holes like the makeshift hole I did yesterday. You really don't realize how crazy important it is and happy hikers get when they see a stream, because this means fresh water and you can resupply, which is always a good thing to have. About 3 miles in, it's pretty tough. I'm getting the hang of it.
They were fucking destroyed. I had to take apart my sit pad.
All right. So I just went I'm like shaking right now. I just went about 8 to 9 miles with a true thru hiker, and it was night and day difference. So they go at a totally different speed. They have everything totally optimized. He was telling me about like his food, how he like only carries what he needs. He only carries a bottle or half a bottle of water because there's just so many water options available. You don't really need to have 3 liters, which is what I had. And apparently they only keep like 3 to 4 days worth of food. And I probably have, if I was really stretching it, probably 8 days worth of food. These are all things you kind of just do as a beginner, so I'm not really upset about it. It's just like, wow, they have everything so optimized. They know how many stops they need to get to a certain point. And so another guy passed me, and he is doing the entire north section to the south, which if you're wondering, that's 2,100 miles. And he says he averages 20 miles a day, which is totally bonkers because he was starting the day at like, I think it was 10 o'clock. So he was hiking 20 miles with maybe 8 to 9 hours of sunlight, which may seem like a lot, but if you're hiking, that is just not that much. So they really do it differently when they are experienced hikers, and it was very cool to watch. I was gonna take it easy today, but this guy really wanted me to hike with him, and I was like, I want to make a friend. I'm down. So now that I've done this much mileage, it's only like 12:30, so I'm not gonna just call it a day at 12:30. So I'll probably go another 4 miles and make pretty good headway, because I don't want to just do nothing on this hike. I want to experience it. It's got these crazy little bugs. So much wildlife. Hopefully no ticks though. Not sure if you can tell, but had somebody tell me that it was super rough through this terrain, and that's no joke. Yeah, you really can't tell what's the trail and what's not. I'm hoping this is the way. And apparently there's sections coming up where I have to duck, which is never a good thing in a heavy bag like this. But, whew, it's been a good day. Got lots of distance, met some cool people. And I'm gonna call it quits at like 3 o'clock, which is crazy. Yeah, it's officially a jungle. But all part of the fun. Okay, this gets interesting. I think I'm gonna go up there, go around. You can definitely tell this tree is massive. Still love crossing major highways. Gets me every time. All right. So I'm like 15 miles in on the day, which I did not expect to do. I was planning to do 10, but I met some really cool people and I want to hike with them. So I am at a crossroads where it's 5 miles that way, 5 miles to the nearest shelter, and there's a big sign that says no overnight camping, nothing allowed unless you're at a shelter. So I assume they probably had a lot of issues like this in the past, which sucks for me. I was really looking forward to setting up a tent, chilling all night. So change of plans. I will be picking up an Uber, going into town, and getting the cheapest hotel I can find. So, bit of a bummer, but that's how it goes. All right, so I wasn't able to pitch a tent because once again, you cannot pitch a tent just randomly. So I booked like the cheapest hotel I could get. I was actually really stoked about it, but there's currently nobody that can help me get there, and it is a 15-minute drive, which didn't think anything about. I was like, surely I don't have issues trying to find somebody to get me 15 minutes towards his town. That's like, feels like a major town. So update on the journey. Got a room, took some very desperate measures, but there was somebody that was leaving where I was just laying down, and I was like, are you headed to this town? And she was like, sure am. She was a little bit hesitant at first, but she drove me to the town that was like 18 miles from where I was at. And very grateful that people are just so kind and generous, and she wasn't even like gonna let me pay her. So very cool, but I am just so relieved to be at this hotel. It's not great, it's really bad, but I'll be fine with that because I don't care. And I'm going to grab some hot food and totally not sure how I'll get back to the trailhead, but that's a tomorrow problem. For now, I'm just going to chill, do some editing, and get some food. All right, peace. Crazy people are so nice. I don't understand it. If I saw someone walking up to my car, I think I'd probably ignore him. So, very generous people. All right, so this is how I'm currently washing my clothes. First time doing it. Hope it works, because my clothes smell like total garbage, which ultimately doesn't really matter because I'm gonna get super sweaty tomorrow, but just for some comfort, peace of mind. I'm gonna let it soak for like an hour. Hopefully it turns out good. All right, went to this place, got some amazing Chinese, and of course had to forget my credit card. So I am actually very lucky that I remembered where I put it, picked it up this morning, and even though I was not able to find any taxis or Ubers yesterday, now there's like 10 different Ubers, so I'm getting back in like no time at all. It's like 20 bucks. So overall this entire trip was only like $100 there and back with housing. So I'd say a pretty good trip, and I was able to charge and edit, so it definitely was invaluable. And I'm very excited to get back on the trail and have everything charged and feeling fresh. And I actually showered, which is always good. And I washed my clothes. All right, I have sort of fresh legs, sort of not. Feeling very sore, but it's a new day. And I'm only gonna try to go maybe 10 miles for real this time. I got cars buzzing by me. And wow, I didn't think I was gonna be able to get to my hotel, and then I talked to some random lady who was very generous and allowed me to drive with her on her way to work. And she recommends this awesome Chinese place. I go to the Chinese place, it's bomb, but I forget my credit card. And so the journey continues, and then I'm like, oh, well, how do I get back? Because there's no Ubers here. Well, it's a Friday morning. Luckily, Ubers are a thing on Fridays here, and very excited to get back on the trail. Just got crazy cool views like that. Hopefully, things pan out a little easier today. I think with the cold weather, it should. You can definitely tell it's cloudy. It's really hoping for no rain. Always nice to get out of the forest, see some open tree line. And we got some fog, which I'm Always down with, assuming that doesn't turn into rain. For some reason, these views are just so cool right now. Probably just because the last probably 20 miles has been very few open fields. There's nothing but trees. So now we have a whole lot more to look at, which I am very happy about. It kind of gets a little claustrophobic when you're just surrounded by trees and you have a bunch of leaves that are touching you, which could give you ticks. I like the open fields, which probably also have ticks, but it's good. Thought I was done with trying to get through branches, but nope. Gotta squeeze out of that left side. I haven't seen anybody for like 2 hours. Very cool trail, but very bizarre to be midday on a Friday, pretty close to like what I guess is a major town, and not see anybody. But it is very peaceful, and there's really not too much as far as like trail stuff. There's a shelter in like 6 miles, but other than that, it's just a little patch right here. This water's looking good. It's been what feels like straight uphill for like an hour. But that usually means I get a good downhill coming up. Oh wow, it's tough. Is it getting any easier? I'm kind of thinking no. I think you just kind of get used to the pain, and that's how it gets easier. You're just more numb to it. And in times like these where it's jagged rocks, up and down, it's just kind of something you get through. But still pretty fun. Finally cleared up. Pretty cool little area. Major bummer that haven't really seen much, but still enjoying it. Have some toe pain in my big toe. Thought it was maybe like a splinter, but I checked it, couldn't see anything. So I'm assuming I'm getting my first blister, which was kind of inevitable. I'm really hoping it goes away quick, because I do not want to be dealing with a blister for 3 weeks. Oh, but it feels good to have a short little day where I start and finish within like 5 hours. Much better than the 8 to 9 hour days I've been having. And this terrain isn't really too bad. Just a little bit of toe pain. Home stretch, got about 2 miles left. All right, made it to the shelter. Did the sort of good, sort of bad thing. Read the reviews about the shelter I'm at, and there was a huge snake. So I'm not sleeping there, so I'm gonna have to pitch tent. But it has this pretty sick little fountain. I'll get some fresh water there. All right, look at that. I'm gonna with my tuna. Couldn't open it, so I'm just gonna chomp on this. Yum. All right, so a brief little behind the scenes here. Just saw the news about the Pro Tour doing all the crazy changes that they're doing for 2024. And normally I would be all on it like the second it happens, but I've been in the middle of nowhere, and so I do not have the opportunity. So I will be having to edit and film this video for the tour changes. I don't think I'm gonna do it in my tent. I think I'm gonna figure out some way to do it on the actual like shelter area. But for now, I gotta get ready, get my makeshift setup going, and try to get some form of a video out.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my following parts where you will see some more craziness ensue, and of course, more blunders from me. Wild Runs signing out. Peace.